Right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Hope we're all doing fucking fantastically well. If not, I hope we're all plodding along and being happy doing it. Because if we're not happy with what we're doing or getting to where we want to be, then what's the fucking point? Obviously. So, hope we're all doing okay. Hope you're keeping your loved ones nice and safe. Recently had the death of Kobe Bryant. I think that shook the world, especially in the world of sport. He was a massive icon and a massive inspiration to millions of people, And I listened to a news report from America, and I think it hit the nail on the head. I think his name was Ray Williams, I believe, and he basically said, doesn't matter what's going on, whether it's a small thing or a big thing, like a feud between you and your loved ones, like just pull them close and tell them that you love them, because they can be taken away like that, sort of thing. And yeah, just fucking buy your missus some flowers, give your dude a hug, like tell your mum you love him, tell your dad you love him, like just make sure you don't take those people close to you for granted, So episode number 32, 33, not too sure which one, but we're going to be talking about leadership today. Leadership is something that's thrown around a lot lately. It's a buzzword on CVs. A lot of like these automated systems, they'll sift through your CVs, and if it says the word leadership, then you'll go through, and if it doesn't, then it'll fucking go by the wayside. So it's kind of it's a funny one, because everyone says, I want you to be a leader, I want you to do this, do that sort of thing, and then I find sort of sitting back and watching it all play out, like there's not actually that many leaders around. There's a lot of people telling you what to do. There's not a lot of people fucking showing you what to do. Like, it's so easy to talk the talk. It's so easy to sit here and talk to you guys about leadership. But if I didn't get up at whatever time in the morning, if I didn't show up before my classes, if I didn't give 100% to everything that I do, if I don't go above and beyond, if I say train hard and I train like a little bitch, or I don't train at all, or my nutrition is shite, or whatever, then I wouldn't be a leader. I'd be more of a boss. And I've always said I never wanted to be a boss. I wanted to be a leader. Well, not necessarily so as an ego thing to lead people, but I just wanted to show an example. I don't like the fact of me being a hypocrite, and there will be times where I will be hypocritical, and that's absolutely fine. Like, we're humans, we fuck up, and in those times I put my hand up and go, guys, like, I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite here, or I was being a bit of a hypocrite, and I will rectify that. But I've always thought being a boss is not respectful. Like, everyone can fucking sit on the high horse or the back of the chariot and add the whip. Like, it's amazing if you've built this business. It's amazing if you're a CEO, CFO, or whatever they're bloody called, and you're at the top making these massive decisions. That's great. But at the end of the day, if you've got no workers in your factory's fucked. You're not producing any products. So if you take away all the foundation, then you can't sit up in these clouds. You'll end up falling. And I do find if you want some respect and you want a successful business, or you want to just be a nice, genuine person, then you have to lead from the front. You have to walk the walk. You can't just sit on your high horse and talk about it. You got to be in there. You got to get your hands mucky. You got to get your fucking face dirty. You basically just got to like work hard and show what you want from your members. Show what you want from your athletes. Show what you want from your employees. Like, by actually doing it. Like, there's been many times when I've worked with people, or I've seen it, or I've heard stories, and like the employees couldn't give two shits about the job that they're doing simply because their boss doesn't lead from the front. It's exactly that. He or she is a boss. Like, they'll sit there and they'll just be like, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. But they're not actually seen by living up to those standards. And in my opinion, if you want everything to progress and you want to run a successful business, then you've got to fucking lead from the front. It's like, when you're at the bottom, you have the bottom's job, but when you're at the top, you have the top and the bottom's job. You know what I mean? You should be able to do it all. You have to be able to lead from the front. And I will respect, to the cows come home, someone that will lead from the front, even if, I might not get on with that person. If they are a leader, I will respect that with the highest amount of respect I could ever give a human. Like, leading from the front, I can't really stress this enough. If you want to be a leader and you want to develop some leadership skills, shut the fuck up and do the work. Like, less talking, more working, and like pull people up with you rather than just sort of boss them around and tell them to go over there, do this, do that. Like, pull them up with you, like show them. I recently posted, maybe about 20 minutes ago actually, a little quote on my Instagram, and I thought this quote was absolutely beautiful. It was basically about leaders don't tell you and don't motivate you. They actually pull whatever is inside of you out. And I believe in this. I believe everything that you ever need is already within you. Like, you just need to meet that person. You just need to have that experience. You just need to hit rock bottom. You just need to, have that job, whether it's good or bad, or have that experience, whether it's good or bad, to be able to pull that out of you. But everything that you need is already in you. And if you truly believe that, then you can weather any storm. And like, I think I annotated and put some words on it, and it was basically saying something like, if you calm yourself, you'll be able to weather any storm. And that's true. Like, sort your own head out, calm everything down, and then no matter how much shit gets thrown at you in life, you will be able to weather it. And that comes with leadership. And you have to lead from the front because you've sorted yourself out, and then you are moving forward and tackling any stresses or any challenges that are being faced at you. And other people around you will end up looking at you and just be inspired and being pulled forwards, rather than you just saying, "Oh, dickhead, do this, do that, blah blah blah." No, lead from the front, do it, and everyone else will follow. Like, it's all about pulling that circle up with you rather than just sitting on the top of the mountain and barking out orders. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen that meme where it's like the person at the front of the chariot or the person at the back of the chariot, and the person at the back of the chariot is a boss and the person at the front of the chariot is a leader. And that really struck home for me. I saw that when I was maybe about 14 or something like that, 15. And that really struck home for me, and I just think, right, okay, if I want to help people, then I've got to lead from the front. I can't just sit around and just bark out orders. One, because people won't take me seriously, and two, I'll be fake. And like, the internet and social media and all that sort of stuff is amazing because it can spread so much positivity, but also, like, it is like birthed all this fake bullshit. People pretend to be something that they're not, just because they can hide behind a screen or a phone or whatever, and they just like develop this persona of putting it online and trying to be someone they're not. And like, fuck that fake bullshit off. If you want to be a leader and you don't want to be a boss, you're going to be you, and you're going to have cracks, and you're going to have vulnerabilities, and you're going to have flaws. You know why? Because you're fucking human. And you know what? That's absolutely fucking fine. And it's okay to show that. Like, even if you are number one and you're the CEO or you're the owner or whatever, and you turn around and go, guys, like, I'm having a tough day, or guys, I've got like, I struggle with this or whatnot, like, people are going to fucking respect you because you're showing a little bit of humanity, rather than being a robot and expecting everyone else to be a robot and have no feelings and have no good days, no bad days. They just sort of crack on and be exactly the same day to day. And that's not how we are. And being a leader is being able to, like, it's like a firefighter. You got to put out fires. It's you get dealt with this problem, then you solve it. You get dealt with this problem, then you solve it. And working with fucking human beings, you're gonna have different problems because people are gonna be different. Like, everybody is different, and every body is different. Like, every physical body is different, and everyone is different. And people might wake up on the wrong side of the bed. People, when they're just having a shit day. People might be struggling mentally. People might be struggling physically. People might be a little bit too stressed, financially stressed. Like, you name it, things might be going on. And but dealing with and working with humans is it's tricky. And that is when you need to step up and be, you know what, I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to help that person out. You know what, if you need a break, take a break. If you need a little bit of a relaxed time at work today, have a relaxed time at work today. Yes, you might have to crack the whip sometimes because there might be a bit of a slacker, and you do get those people that might want to take the piss. And like, it's being able to find that balance. It's not being be a fucking authoritarian and just do this, do that, do this, do that. You're a dickhead because you're not working hard enough. You're not breaking yourself for me, so you're fired. It's like, no, work with the human. Like, strip it all away. You're not like a janitor. You're not a fucking bin man. You're not a accountant. You are a human being. And look at them as a human being and just think, right, okay, is this person struggling? Is this person doing this? Is this person doing that? Help them out. Like, it's all about cooperation. Your way might not be the highway. Your way might be great, but it might not be the best. And same with theirs. Their way might be great, but it might not be the best. And it's mutual beneficial to the both of them to be able to cooperate with one another and be able to grow as people as well as workers. And then guess what? Everything gets elevated. The people get elevated. They're happy in the workplace, so then they work a little bit harder. They want to give back a little bit more. And then fucking the way because they work a little bit harder and they're giving back more, the product or the service or whatever they do as a job goes up, the level of standard goes up, and it's just mutually beneficial for everyone, just because, one, you've led from the front, and two, you've treated them like a human rather than a robot. And that's it, guys. That's fucking it. Leadership is not hard. You just need to shut up a lot more and do the work. Instead of sitting back and go, I want you to do it this way and do it that way and do it this way and do it that way. Like, sack all that off. I can pinpoint many people in my life that I've been both, to be honest. Like, the people that I've not respected as much as I should have done because they were more of a boss, and then also people that stick in my mind are people, I might not have seen them for like 15 fucking years, but I still carry the teachings that they showed me because they were a leader and they led from the front, and I had the utmost respect for them. Like, my rugby coaches were exactly with a prime example of that. I knew that they could do everything that they were telling me, or have done it, or I've literally walked the walk as they're talking the talk. So I have the utmost respect for that. Like, my parents always instilled in me work ethic. Like, you can do anything you want, son, but you just got to work harder than everyone else. We don't come from money. We don't come from like vast opportunities. So you have to work harder than other people. However, you have something in you that no one else might not have, because you have that work ethic, that drive, and you also have that little chip on your shoulder that's going to drive you forwards. At the end of the day, I turn around and I see them doing that. I see them absolutely grinding and putting their like sort of work in day out, and it's like, right, well, I respect that as much as I can, because you're telling me, I can do whatever I want to do. I've just got to work hard. And I look at you guys, and you're working fucking hard. And the level of respect you develop for someone because they're walking the walk, not just talking the talk, is absolutely ridiculous. And if you want to develop the respect from your employees, or you want to develop the respect from your athletes, then fucking walk the walk. Like, do as you say, or have a track record of how you have been doing, as you say. Your sport might have changed, your training might change, your nutrition might change, or whatever, but you have a track record, you've done it all. Like, I know for a fact I had the respect from the swimmers that I used to coach, whether they were older than me, whether they were younger than me, whether it was the kids, whether it was the adults, it doesn't really matter, because I've been there and I've been in their shoes, being in a competitive swimmer. I've gone before school and after school and done my homework in the car, eaten in the car, slept in the car. Like, I've done all that shit. I've done it. I had the respect from the rugby teams because I've done all that stuff. I've done the fitness training. I've done the summer fitness training where I wanted to throw up. I've done the 2 hours in the weight room and then come out and done 2 hours of shuttles. Like, I've done all that shit. I've put in the work. And, same thing with the athletes within the gym. They will see me at times where I'm not coaching and I'm in there, I'm working. My mouth's not open. I'm not saying anything. I might chat a bit of shit, but I'm not like bitching and moaning. I'm not coaching. I'm there. I'm working hard. I'm like pushing myself to the point where I just want to go home, and I'm pushing myself to the brink, because I'll expect nothing less from them, just because I want them to improve, not just physically, but mentally. I want them to drain all that stress that's laying on them, that burden that's on their shoulders, and I want them to fucking leave it on the floor in a pool of sweat. I'm just being fucking high five, mate. Sandra, You're now a better person. Why? Because you've not got any psychological stress that you're going to take home and sort of lash out on your husband for, or your kids. And now you just feel a little bit better. 1, you're a little bit physically fitter. 2, you're a little bit more mobile now. 3, you've learned something. 4, you've had a good time doing it. 5, you've had a little bit of a social time. And 6, now you've not got that stressors. And like, if I was stood at that front of those people and didn't or was not willing to do whatever I told them to do, then for me personally, it just made me feel sick. Like, how the fuck do I have the right to stand there and go, guys, I want you to push hard? Then in a workout, I would just bitch out. Or, oh, I want you to go a little bit heavier today, or I want you to go a little bit lighter today because I want, things aren't going well. Even scaling it back, just not leading by example, for me is not an option. Is not an option, and that's not leadership. Leadership is showing. It's more proving and showing rather than fucking talking. It's easy to talk. It's easy to say, I'm sorry. It's easy to say this and that. It's easy to say all those things, but it's time to prove it. It's time to do the actions. And the way I was brought up and the sports I've done, it's always, okay, you talk a lot of talk, but let's do it now. Let's do the work. Let's grind. Let's zip our mouth and just go, yes sir, and let's do it. But rugby is a prime example of that. There's a penalty given or a card given. Yes sir, sorry sir, and you walk away and you get on and you keep playing, you carry on, and you do the actions rather than, oh, what the fuck, this, that, blah blah blah, and all this talk. No, because talking don't get you anywhere, and talking don't inspire anyone else. That's for sure. It just creates this sort of negative aura around. But if you're doing stuff and working from the front, other people will be pulled up with you, definitely. So, team, I hope that that little discussion, that little rant, that little chin wag helps you. So, just as a little recap, leadership is leading from the fucking front, doing more rather than saying more, sort of thing. Right, team, I hope you have a absolutely fantastic day. Make sure you crush it. Do something today that, 1, gets you closer to wherever you want to be, goals-wise, life-wise, financial-wise, job-wise, relationship-wise, whatever. 1 step closer to where you want to be. And 2, do something today that puts a smile on someone's face. That smile could turn them around and could change their day and could really, really help them out mentally. And 3, because everything comes in threes, shout out to the Mama Bear, you told me everything comes in threes. 3rd thing is get in contact with someone that you've not spoken to for a long time and ask them if they're okay. How's life, and be genuine about it. How's life? How's things? How are you doing at the moment? And if it comes back as just fine, then just pursue it a little bit. Talk to me about it, sort of thing, because you never know how what people are dealing with mentally. So, 3 things. 1, do something today that's going to take you a step closer towards your goals and wherever you want to be. 2, do something today that's going to make someone smile. And 3, get in touch with someone that you've not spoken to in ages and ask how they are. Team, have a fucking cracking one. Take it easy. I'll see you soon. Peace.